let's do these ones as well. So for that, we're going to go to pipe number 5. Pipe number 5, if I look in here, let me see, I'm going to go this way. Pipe number 5 is this little pipe over here. So what is the distance of that pipe for my case? 10.53. The slope is 1.8b, so I'm going to 1.21. Again, I'm just guessing this number, I don't know much of the number. You're going to follow the exact number that you typed in there. And the diameter of this pipe, 450. I do have my out elevation and I have my in elevation. Okay? Now I'm going to go to manhole 2. Now what is the center line distance? Draw a line from here, perpendicular to here. Grab this distance over here, 1.67, let's say. So 1.67 in here. The drop for pipe 2, if I look in the instruction, it's going to be 0.05. Do you see it here? So I'm going to put the drop here 0.05. It automatically calculates my upstream elevation, and I go for my last pipe, which is pipe 4, and it's this one over here. So it has a length of 80.01. The slope should be 1.23, and the diameter should be 450. Oops, 450. And I have my inner and out. And then in here, I just need to get the center line distance for my manhole 3. And if I draw a line from here, perpendicular to here, it's not going to be the 1.5. It's going to be 2.17 because we adjusted based on these ones. So 2.17. Did you understand what I just did here? So I'm just inputting numbers to see my downstream and my upstream of my pipe. I'm using information provided in the instructions for drops in each manhole, that there is a difference when the pipe comes in and the pipe comes out. And then based on the length of the pipe and the slope of your student number, we are checking where the pipe arrives and where the pipe goes. Does that make sense? Yeah? How do we translate this to Autocad? We're going to do the same thing for the seneca over here. And now we need to make sure that we draw this in Autocad. And what do these numbers represent? So check it out. Here you have your existing ground, and here you have your finished ground, right? The first manhole that you have, I align this with this, okay? The first manhole that you have is manhole 6, and manhole 6 is here. I'm going to draw extend X line over here, and this is the center of my manhole 6, okay? So manhole 6, which is this, this manhole over here, where's manhole 6? Here, manhole 6. The downstream elevation is 3.13661, which means that I have my manhole, which is going to look like this, and I'm going to have a pipe coming out here. If I was able, the line that I have in there is the center line in here, okay? If I was able to extend this pipe until here, this elevation over here, it's the elevation that I see here, 313.661. Does that make sense? Yeah? Always from the downstream elevation, you're going to offset 0.3 to get the bottom of your manhole, okay? You're going to learn later that there's different numbers here, but for this assignment, we're going to be using 0.3 to see the bottom of the manhole as concrete, okay? So I'm going to have this elevation over here, I'm going to have this one, and I'm asking you to use manhole 1.2 wide. So the distance from here to here, and from here to here, the total distance is 1.2 meters, okay? So look what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to take my 300 line in here, which I don't have it anymore, so let me do it again. 300, oops, 308. I'm going to match properties to make it white. Now, the downstream elevation, 313.661. So how much do I need to offset this line by? 13.661. Exactly. Offset 13.661. I'm going to offset this up. Exactly at this intersection over here is where my pipe is going to go up. Does that make sense? So if I put a point here, this is where my pipe needs to go up. Cool? Now, PD size, 1, so now from this line over here, I need to offset this line by 0.3. Offset by 0.3. No, 0.3. Down. And this is going to be the bottom of my manhole. Does that make sense? Remember that I told you here, this is the elevation of where the pipe goes out. Put 0.3 below, is where the bottom of my manhole is. Now I need to take the center line and offset how much each side. 0.6, right? So if I offset this line over here 0.6, this way over here, and this way over here, and I can use fillet with this line and this line.
Oh, it's gonna do it here. Oh.
I fillet this one a bit on another side. This one with this one, this one with this one over here. This is my manhole, and it should stop at my finished ground over here. Okay? I'm gonna leave the center line for now. We're gonna need it soon. We're gonna delete after, but I'm gonna leave it for now. This is what my manhole sits. Okay? Did you understand how I did this? Yeah? Now I'm gonna go to my manhole 5. My manhole 5, it actually happens on a station that I cannot drag and drop because it's on the curve, right? So I need to get exactly this station over here so I can draw my manhole. Is that clear or no? Similar to what we did with the center line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this remaining over here. I'm gonna break exactly at this line. So I'm gonna go modify, break at a point, this line over here at this end over here. Modify, break at a point, and this there. So I break this here, and I'm gonna list. So the station of where the manhole is 101. Here, length 101.4077. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna offset from my 0 over here that much. Control here, Control V. Offset this. And this location over here is the center of my manhole number. I don't know which number it is. I'm gonna check it right now. Manhole number 5. Does that make sense? And do you see that it differs from where it is here? So you cannot just drag a line down because it's on the curve. Okay? Now, this is manhole 5. I need to find where is the downstream elevation for manhole 5. So manhole 5, there's two information over here. Upstream and downstream. So in here, my downstream elevation is 312.469. So look what I'm going to do. Offset, 12.469. Why 12.469? Because I'm going to offset based on my 300 line. I'm going to offset this one over here, there. This is my downstream point, so I'm going to put a point here. This is where my pipe is going to leave, but I have one pipe coming in that it's arriving at 12.469. So I'm going to offset again, 12.469, this line over here. Did I do? You don't need it. 300. 12.469. This line over. Oh, maybe before I did the indent. 11.735. Then that's the one coming in, and this is the one coming out. Okay, that makes sense. So here, I'm going to put a point. So from this point over here, a pipe is going to go out this way, and the other pipe that we drew here, it's going to come from there, and it's going to arrive at this location. Does that make sense? Now, from each one, I'm going to offset 0.3. The bottom one, right? So I'm going to offset 0.3, this one over here. I can delete this line, I can delete this line. Now I can offset 0.6, this way over here, this way over here, fillet this and this, fillet this and that, and then I can trim out of this line, this, this, and this line over here. So I have the line coming in, the line coming out, okay? Now this pipe over here, it comes from here. How do I get this point again? Node. I'm going to turn on node. You guys are getting good. I'm going to get from node, I'm going to go to node of this one, okay? What is, this is pipe 1. What is the diameter of the pipe?
It's 0.3.
Yes, offset 0.375, this one in here. Now, even though the pipe, I'll offset it down, and it should be up, okay? This is the bottom part of the pipe, so offset 0.375 up, okay? Now, the pipe, even though the elevation gets there, I don't need that there. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to trim this location, this location, this location, so it arrives like this. Does that make sense? And I'm going to do the same here. The representation of the pipe is going to be like this one over here. And I can delete the point. Does that make sense? Did you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah? This is pretty much what we need to do until the end. something. Yeah, let me see if I can open another. It's gonna be something like this, guys. So if I go here, use yes, enter, enter. I want to make sure that I plan on this side, so plan enter. Rotate it that way. So this one that we are doing is the storm one, so it's gonna look like this. Okay, going this way, and in here, what is the layer that we are using? We are using for this one C storm profile, C storm profile. Okay, we're gonna have to add text and say this is manhole 5, this is manhole 6. But I don't want you to add now because we're going to exaggerate 5 times and all this text is going to get messed up. So if you do all the labeling before you do that, you're going to have double work because you're going to have to redo it everything again. Okay? So what I want you to spend time on is doing the manholes and doing where it goes. Now, in this manhole over here, manhole 1, look what happens here. In manhole 1, at this location, we have a pipe coming here, we have a pipe going there. And this location over here in our profile is represented as a straight line, so we're going to see a pipe coming here and a pipe going here. But we do have another pipe that go out that go out here. You see, 600 millimeter pipe that we represent by a circle like this. Okay. So for manhole 1, check what we have here. When I go to manhole 1, I have my upstream elevation and I have my downstream elevation, right? My downstream elevation is the pipe going outside of my profile, the one connecting to the existing storm sewer. So this one over here is going that way. So the elevation here of this point over here, I don't have the 300 line here, but it needs to be the downstream version over here. Okay, let's check it out. If I do offset of H, I'm going to have this line over here. And then if I measure, if I create a line from here, perpendicular to here, I should have that distance that goes there, 10.8. So you see here, the downstream elevation 10.8. And this one over here is going to be my upstream, and this one over here is going to be my upstream. So what's happening is all the pipes going this way until here, they're going down. So if I go here, the pipes are going down, going down, going down, until it reaches manhole 1. When it reaches manhole 1, the pipes start going up, because then these pipes over here are also draining to this area, which will go everything to this pipe over here. So this pipe over here is pretty much taking care of the entire drainage system that we designed for this small neighborhood over here. Does that make sense? Yeah? Any questions so far? No? You're going to do this for storm, and you're going to do this for sewer. Okay? I'm going to give you guys time to work on it, and then I'm going to talk about the labels. Good? We're pretty much done with the assignment. We just need to make sure that we label every information correctly here. Sounds good? This is the hardest part, guys. So if you want to start doing it, then I can help you out. Sounds good?